Hey, I'm Scotty. Thanks for listening to Retell, a series by Rebuy, where we recap the top AI tech and e-commerce stories from last week and share why they mattered this week. So let's dive into those top stories. Shopify celebrated its 17th birthday last week by launching Shop Cash, a new rewards program that earns shoppers 1% Shop Cash on purchases made using Shop Pay. Now, after purchase, shoppers will see a Shop Cash rewards balance in their Shop app, which are redeemable on future purchases within Shop. The Shop Cash rewards program is immediately eligible on Shop Pay purchases from merchants and shoppers based in the US and only redeemable on the Shop app. Now let's talk about some AI news. Leaders from OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and other AI labs released a statement last week warning that future artificial intelligence could be as deadly as nuclear weapons and pandemics. The letter is signed by over 350 working professionals in AI, including Sam Altman, chief executive of OpenAI, Demi Asabis, chief executive of Google DeepMind, and Dario Amati, chief executive of Anthropic. The 22-word statement reads as follows, quote, "Migrating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority, alongside other societal scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war." The succinctness of that statement, which came from the Center of AI Safety, was intentional as a means of uniting AI professionals together who might disagree on specific risks or means of prevention, but shared a general concern about the threat of AI systems. All right, let's switch stories for some lighter AI news. Whether you felt exploited by Tom Nook in Animal Crossing, felt embarrassed by your Pokemon rivals bragging, or just really wanted to reassure Zelda, this isn't your first Hyrulean adventure and you really got this under control, well, NVIDIA wants to change the way gamers interact with NPCs forever. NPCs, or non-player characters, fill video games, but they're often very limited in the responses and ways they can interact with gamers. But NVIDIA showcased last week how their latest AI can bring depth and intelligence to NPCs through AI-powered natural language interactions. Okay, check this out. Here's a demo showcasing the AI, where a player interacts with an NPC who instantly responds with realistic dialogue consistent with the game's narrative backstory.
Hey Jen, how are you?
Unfortunately, not so good.
How come?
I am worried about the crime around here. It's gotten bad lately. My ramen shop got caught in the crossfire.
Can I help?
If you want to do something about this, I have heard rumors that the powerful crime lord Kuman Aoki is causing all sorts of chaos in the city. He may be the root of this violence.
The technology that powers this is known as NVIDIA's Avatar Cloud Engine, ACE for games. I certainly can't wait to use this AI to scream at Toad the next time he tells me the princess is in another castle. Our last story of the week. For the first time in decades, Pixar, the famous animation studio under the Disney umbrella, has laid off staffers. And there's one staffer in particular we want to share a story about. Several months ago, the Walt Disney Company announced they'd be laying off thousands of staffers as they looked to reduce costs. Caught up in this round of layoffs at Pixar is Galyn Susman, an accomplished producer known for working on Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, Brave, but most famously, she's the person who saved Toy Story 2. Let's get into that story. Detailed wonderfully in Creativity Inc. by Ed Catmull, the co-founder of Pixar and former president of Walt Disney Animation Studios, this is the tale of how a series of accidents almost led to the catastrophic loss of the entirety of Toy Story 2. Story goes like this. 2 years into making Toy Story 2, pretty much 90% done, and in a matter of seconds, all of that work was deleted. It's because an unnamed staffer was doing some routine file maintenance and then accidentally put in a prompt that deleted everything. Catmull and some other senior staffers, including Galyn Susman, were rattled, but confident that the backup system they had in place would restore any lost data. And that's when they realized the backup system in place was not working at all, and that all the data lost for Toy Story 2 had no chance of being restored. The company leaders were devastated. It would take 30 people over a year to try and reassemble the film. But that's when Galyn Susman realized something. She might have a backup at home. 6 months ago, Galyn had had her second baby and was working from home. To make it easier, she set up a system to automatically copy the entire film to her home computer once a week. Within moments, Galyn and a staffer sped home, got her computer, wrapped it in blankets, drove it back to the office, and to quote Catmull directly, "Thanks to Galyn's files, Woody was back, along with the rest of the movie." One of the best parts of this story, though, is how Catmull and the rest of the team decided they would not try and find out and reveal which staffer deleted the entirety of the movie. That's because of this. Quote, "The real lesson of the event, though, was in how we dealt with its aftermath. In short, we didn't waste time playing the blame game. After the loss of the film, our list of priorities in order were 1. Restore the film. 2. Fix our backup systems. 3. Install precautionary restrictions to make it much more difficult to access the deletion command directly. The book is wonderful. It's an awesome walkthrough of how to foster creativity and growth in teams. But for this particular story, let's say a big thank you to Galyn Susman. Oh, and final note, Toy Story 2 has a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes to this day and grossed $511 million worldwide at the box office. That's all for this week's Retell. If you liked this, please give us a rating, subscribe, or review on whatever platform you're listening from. Rebuy is the fastest growing app for Shopify Plus and the trusted commerce AI platform for thousands of top brands across the world. Check out RebuyEngine.com and learn how Rebuy's intelligent shopping experiences can boost your business's AOV, conversions, and LTV. That's all for now. We'll be back next Monday to retell the week's top stories. Until then, take care.